Good evening and welcome to Azerbaijan for the Formula Europe Champions League Group A final semi-final race. Tonight with us we have the F1 Spanish team, the Formula Italian team, F1 Simu team and Formula Nation team. We are racing at the 6 kilometre anti-clockwise track consisting of 20 turns and 2 DRS zones. But quickly the introduction as always to my teammate in the commentary booth, Malcolm. Good evening, Malk. How are you this evening and what are your thoughts going into the final semi-final race of the Group A Championship?
Hello Craig, I'm very well thank you. I hope you're okay and well, and I'm absolutely excited as always because this is, as you said, this is the final race of the semi-final, and it's just anticipated because you just do not know what to expect with these guys, and I'm hoping we'll have a cracker. And it's not only the 50%, Craig, it's the 100% race, so these guys will be absolutely sweating it out to try and make sure that they get their team through to the finals tonight. What are your thoughts for tonight at Baku?
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to a very challenging endurance race. As you mentioned, Mark, it is a 100% race, and with it being a street circuit, it's going to be an incredibly massive challenge for every driver involved. One mistake could certainly put you out, or at least put you to the back of the grid, as Salvatore comes through turn 1 into a slight lock-up, and I'm sure that we're going to be seeing some absolutely lightning qualifying laps this evening.
Oh, definitely. I'm just watching Hiroshi now coming up to the first DRS straight now. But what's a good time around here in Baku, roughly? I think
round about the 1:36.7 or 37 mark, but I'm sure that we'll actually see that time getting smashed this evening, Mark, as we have some very, very quick drivers. And I think it's going to come down to who can actually be the most consistent and keep it out the wall, avoiding any damage to the car, particularly the front wing.
Definitely, especially at the castle section, which Hiroshi just gone through now. It's just, you need to get that spot on, don't you? Especially that castle section, because if you don't get that right, you're going to lose so much time around there.
Yeah, and I'm wondering with the long straight and DRS activation zone 2 on the run down towards turn 3, 4 and 5, we might see a few drivers tuck in behind trying to go up the inside of turn 8 and try and get a move done before the castle section. So I'm hoping to see some very aggressive but respectful overtakes as Hiroshi is just coming up towards the start-finish line, looking to set his opening lap. It's pretty slow at the moment, as we've got a 1:41.0 from Salvatore, followed by Hiroshi on a 1:42 with Matuf on a 1:41. So the times are actually tumbling in, Mark, but Salvatore at the moment holding on to provisional pole with a 1:41 dead, and it looks as if my estimations of a 1:37 were miles off.
Oh, what a lap from Andy Messi, sorry. But that 1:40.9, that is an absolutely magnificent time there. Whoa! Dalma! Oh!
Yeah, so Andy Messi from the Spanish team, first driver to break the 1:40s, with Dalma breaking it with a 1:40.5. So as the track is beginning to evolve, the times are going to continue tumbling down, but the question will be, will we see a 1:39?
I think so, Craig. I reckon we might just get a high 39s, not lows. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong, because that is just absolutely fantastic lap from Talmar.
Yeah, certainly laying down the early gauntlet in qualifying in the Haas car, and it was a little bit unlucky in the previous race that we did commentate on. I believe he actually finished in P3, just lost out in P2, I believe.
Yeah, he's just missed out on that one, but it's absolutely This is it. This is great, Craig. This is absolutely fantastic, and we're looking forward to it. And obviously, we're going to see who's going to try and survive the castle section. Mostly, I know these guys will paddle it out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Mark, with 1 second separating the top 7 drivers, but with those extremely long straights between turn 2 and 3 and turn 20 and turn 1, then we should see some spectacular overtakes with the tow and the DRS activated.
Definitely. As well as the castle, where do you think are the most important corners? Not the DRS, sorry, the corners for...
Well, looking at the braking zone, I think the run down towards 6 and 7 might be a little bit short. But if you get a great exit, you might actually be able to manage a dive up the inside in turn 7 and possibly the run down between 15 and 16 as it's downhill, and maybe those that are a bit braver on the brakes, braking late, might actually get the move done on the inside again. But I think most of the overtakes that we will see are on the long straights, especially with DRS activation. But although drivers might not get the move done in before turn 1, if they get right behind or alongside their competitors, we might actually see a move down the inside at turn 2.
Definitely, I think you may be right there, Craig. I mean, it's a track, obviously a street track, as you said earlier. But do you like Baku in general?
I prefer Sector 2 and 3, but I believe Sector 1's fairly boring. It's almost American street style-esque with the 90 degree left, 90 degree right, and the excessively long straights. But the challenging Sector 2 and 3 is definitely fun, and it certainly rewards bravery.
Definitely. You are definitely right there, Craig.
So the only car on track at the moment, Malk, is Mr. X in the Red Bull, just coming up to turn 17, and the flat out 18, 19 in the little kink that is turn 20.
I think he's just going to go back into the pits, Craig, because he did this lapping. I think he was the one who did the 146.
Yeah, it was actually a 142.1, and you're absolutely right, Mark, that was an in-lap. But drivers just coming out onto the hot lap with 3 minutes remaining in the session. Sauber driver Salvatore, followed by Quinney in the McLaren, F1 Simu Spark in the Renault, Matouf in the Mercedes, and Paquito in the Force India. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers on track at the moment, looking to get out ahead of and escape the traffic.
Definitely. Regarding the top 3, Craig, 2 of them are from Formula Nation, Otmar and Salvatore. Those 2 in Formula Nation are in the top 3, Craig, and El Messi is from the Spanish team as well. So it's a good start for qualifying for the nation, but as I said, qualification doesn't mean prizes yet. It's the actual one where we're doing the 100% afterwards to get everyone spot on, and absolutely going to be very intense moments here, but see how it goes. But we're going to go straight to Matouf, not my teeth, but Matouf on that one. I'm going to do DRS straight now. He's going to try and get a really good lap. He's just locked up in the first corner there, but he's got a good exit there. Try and get into the turn 2 now. He's got the DRS straight now. Try and get a good exit, and he does. He's trying to get through. Coming up to the turn 3. As you said, Craig, Sector 1 is more of the baddest.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Mark, but Quinney is actually on a hot lap. Mr. X just came out the pits ahead of him, and Quinney will hope that Mr. X gets out of the way. Oh, he just tucks in behind Mr. X, getting the toe on the run down to turn 3. Not sure if that's compromised Quinney's lap too much, but certainly that would have been a distraction.
It would have been, definitely. Oh, Matouf! He locked up his brakes there, but he's still recovered well. Going through the castle section now. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, this is the intense moments here. They're doing everything they can to try and get into the top half here, and we only got 1 minute, Craig.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Mark, but Simu Spark just misses the barrier in the castle section by millimetres. So Renault driver Simu Spark certainly pushing the limits of the Baku street circuit.
Bloody hell, you just do not know what to expect around here. But as you said, that's going to be the toughest part for the drivers here. And Matuf's coming up through the second DRS straight now. He's got to do a lot better than 141.7. Will he do it? 148.39, 40, 41. He's improved his time by 0.3, but not. I don't know if he's going to enough to do enough. He's got to do another lap, Craig. I'm going to try and
Salvatore just coming out of turn 16, that long run down to the start finish line. Is he improved or can he improve on P5 at the moment? He actually set a 141 dead. Can he improve? He goes. He improves it by half a second and puts it on provisional pole. And Simu Spark is still actually on a hot lap, but has he got enough fuel on board? But Talima just coming up to turn 15 as well, clips the wall just before the entry into turn 15, coming down towards turn 16, and then it's flat out in the race down towards the start finish line. Kisses the curb perfectly on the exit of turn 16. And it's all about straight line speed running down towards the start finish line. So Angel Messi holding on to provisional pole with a 140.4, followed by Salvatore in the Sauber. But can Talima take pole position back? And he does. He goes 140.2, beats Angel Messi by 0.2 of a second. But Simu Spark in the Renault, it wasn't a hot lap. I don't think he's got enough fuel, so certainly lifting off. Quinney coming round towards turn 16, runs slightly wide, allowing the pace of the car to carry on wide at the exit of turn 16 again. He's on that run down towards the start finish line, coming through turn 17, 18, 19 in a small kink. That's turn 20. Can he improve on P8? He's the only driver at the moment that can challenge for pole position, but he's got a lot of work to do. He puts it up in 6, so it's an improvement of 3 positions for Quinney in the McLaren. So it looks as if Talima will take pole position for tonight's Baku race.
Oh my God.
So at the moment, Formula Nation hold on to P1 and P3 with Angel Messi from the F1 Spanish team in P3. But the Formula Italian team down in 7th, 8th and 9th, and they'll have to be very, very cautious that they do not compromise each other's race.
Yeah, I think they're going to do everything they can at this point, because anything can happen during this race, Craig. It's just absolutely intense moments here, but we're going to have a cracker. If we've just had a cracker of a qualifying, we're going to have another cracker of the race, but double the whammy of 100%, Craig.
Yeah, certainly it's a long way to go yet. We have 51 laps of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and certainly anything can happen on this 6-kilometre circuit.
Oh, this is absolutely... I'm just buzzing now, because we just need that, you know, that proper F1 tune coming in, kicking off. You'll be like, down, 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 down. Let's do this. Let's do this for the 100%, Craig. Let's do this. It's just going to be absolutely epic. I'll let you do the standings quickly.
So the final classifications from the qualifying session are: Talima takes pole position, followed by Angel Messi. Salvatore takes P3, Simu Spark qualified in 4th, Una Palatin takes 5th, Quinney improved from 9th and can take 6th, Fit Mr X takes 7th, Hiroshi 8th and Flamingo takes 9th. Simu Gate takes 10th, Matuf will finish 11th and Paquito will finish in P12 ahead of the race. Welcome back to tonight's final semi-final race of Group A. You join us for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, this 100% race distance. And tonight we'll have the F1 Spanish team, the Formula Italian team, F1 Semi team and the Formula Nation team all battling it out for a place in the final. Malk, your thoughts before we start on tonight's qualifying session?
It's going to be Magnifica tonight. I reckon it's going to be absolutely epic. I don't know, it's just going to be absolutely intense moments here, but I'm looking forward to it. I always do, because you just do not know what to expect. But how about you, Craig? What do you reckon?
You absolutely do not know what to expect, Malk. Absolutely agree with you. A very strong qualifying position from the Formula Nation team, and I think Salvatore will be looking to bypass Angel Messi from the F1 Spanish team and making it a 1-2 from the Formula Nation team, but he'll have to be very careful from the Simu Spark and Una Platin. Apologies if I mispronounced that.
It's alright.
But certainly with the tow and the upcoming DRS, Talima will have to break the DRS activation zone as quick as possible. He's got 2, possibly 3 laps to do it, and he'll certainly be hoping that Salvatore can tuck in behind him, acting as a wingman for this 51 lap Grand Prix.
Oh, it's just... Oh, this is I'm loving it. You just don't know what to say afterwards. It's just these guys, the professionals, do it.
Yeah, I'm just watching all the drivers looking to warm up their tyres as best as they can, giving themselves the best advantage off the line. And with a short sprint down to turn 1, the race start's going to be crucial. So Talimat will have to get a spectacular run off the line, not wanting to lose any positions going into turn 1. So we are waiting for the race director to get us underway. We have 1, 2, 3 red lights, followed by 4, 5 red lights, and we are go! It's a great start off the line from Talima. Goes defensive to cover of Angel Messi, and Salvatore looks to go round the outside of Talima. Angel Messi. Salvatore is stuck out round the outside, but it does make the move round the outside, makes it stick going into turn 2. So it's a Formula Nation 1-2 at the moment.
Oh, what a move from Salvatore! But you're Platin! Oh, it nearly hit the corner there. But that was intense
having
moments.
a little look up the inside, almost saw a Raikkonen and Ocon incident happening there, but Una Palatin deciding it's a long race, he doesn't need to risk anything in the first lap of the race.
Whoa! IVR Pakratif just gone past F1 Sumo Gat on 10th place. I do apologise again with the pronunciations, but this is going to be intense. And it's only lap 1 of 51, Craig.
Yeah, Matuf actually opted to start on the soft tyres. So although he's lost out early on in the race, being on the harder compound, he will make up positions as the drivers ahead of him in the super softs will begin to come into the pit lane.
Do you think that's a good decision from Matuf, or do you think it's a bit risky for a biscuit?
He's certainly playing the long game, Malk, he can go on the quicker tyre at the end of the race. So if he can hang on to the drivers that are ahead of him, he'll certainly get the advantage of tow early on in the race and possibly DRS. So as long as he can stick with the drivers ahead of him, he certainly has a chance for a strong position later on in the race.
Yeah, we've got the 3 former Italian teams from 7th, 8th and 9th respectively. Fit Mr. X on FC Quiddy. Oh, Jesus Louise, that was close.
Tried to go round the outside, and he was lucky enough that he'd opened up a gap between himself and teammate Flaminio, so he didn't compromise his position too much. But Flaminio could possibly be looking for Mr. X to make way if he feels that he's quicker than Mr. X at the moment. And it's going to be crucial for the Italian team drivers not to trip each other up and possibly allow the quicker teammate to challenge the drivers ahead of them.
You are definitely spot on there, Craig. I mean, if we had the three players in this league, in this Formula Europe Champions League, what would you do in that situation? Do you think you let the person who's quicker go through, or do you think you just hold on for a little bit and then get that opportunity to go in?
I think you've got to, with the super soft tyres having higher degradation. I think you've got to let the quicker driver go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because you just do not know what to expect, because you just don't want to make that mistake that costs you and your team, you know, a place in the final, semi-finals as well. Yeah, a place in the final. Sorry.
Yeah, and the Formula Nation team doing as expected. So Salvatore just staying out with the DRS activation point, but he has to be very mindful of Angel Messi still within DRS range. So holding position for the moment is the Formula Nation team in P1 and P2, and that is a very, very strong position to be in.
Oh, they're going for it, Craig. I know it's only lap 3, but they really are taking absolutely no problems here. But Simo Gatt from 11th place, nearly trying to close in on Placritiv 94 in 10th place, but he has got the DRS coming up for F1 Simo Gatt. Here we go. Can he try and close it? He's still a little bit behind, about 5/10. IVR Placritiv had the rich fuel then, but Simo Gatt only was on the standard, but he has got lots of fuel. Well, actually, sorry, IVR Placritiv and F1 Simo Gatt have both got the same type of fuel at the minute, Craig.
And it looks as at the moment that Hiroshi's being held up by Flaminio. Certainly through Sector 1 and the beginning of Sector 2, Hiroshi looks to actually have the better pace than teammate Flaminio. So I'm wondering if team orders will come into play at this point in the race.
Whoa! Castle! Oh my god! I do apologise, Craig, but Simo Gatt, what a move! What a move! A magnifico! I don't know what it is in the Spanish or Italian way, but I don't know. But that was just absolutely fantastic. Oh, I'm so sorry, Craig. I'll explain.
It sounds as if you were very impressed with that move, Malcolm.
Yeah.
You take us through it.
Oh, I'll explain. What happened was, I just got there, I just saw the moment from the telemetry, but Simo, imagine just before you get to the first part of the castle, Simo went through the outside and got through the inside of the turns turn 9, got in front of 10 and then get in front of turn 11, but that was just absolutely epic, and these two drivers did not want to get caught by there, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think IVR Placritiv on 11th place has got front wing damage because of that, I think.
Well, while that was going on, Angel Messi is beginning to rein in Salvatore for P2, the gap down to 7/10 of a second, certainly assisted with DRS, but it'll be crucial to see if Angel Messi can hang on to the Sauber of Salvatore ahead through sector 2 and 3. A slight lock up from Angel Messi as he approached turn 7.
Oh, definitely. But while you're watching that, Craig, Matuf in the soft tyre trying to close in IVR Placritiv. 94. Oh no, do not do that. They're coming up to the castle section, Craig. Matuf's got to try and get a good exit there, but Matuf thought he was going to try and do exactly what F1 Simo Gatt did, but he's still behind.
Yeah, and a three-way battle developing for P2 between Salvatore, Angel Messi and Europe Latin. So a possible three-way battle for P2 at the moment, and this is where we might see Salvatore feeling a bit pressured and beginning to close down his teammate so that he could actually have DRS to neutralise the DRS from the competition behind. But Europe Latin having a great run on Angel Messi coming down towards the start-finish line, moves to the outside. Angel Messi goes to the inside, trying to protect the inside line.
Oh no, he's got the inside!
He goes to, yes, Angel Messi cuts across from the racing line. Slight contact, but he was able to recover the car. So not too much time lost. Oh, slight lock-up going into turn 2, yellow flags in sector 1.
FFC Queenie has spun out on turn 1, Craig. I'm not sure what happened, but his car was like the opposite end from the pit exit.
And Matoof, starting on the soft tyres, moves up to P10. So Matoof in the points and certainly going longer in the race on the first stint.
Oh, definitely, Craig. But all the Formula Italian team are holding on from 6th, 7th and 8th respectively. But they need to do a catch-up with the guys in front. They need to do everything they can, Craig.
Yeah, we might see some of the Italian team drivers going for the undercut, just trying to get themselves away from their teammates so that they can actually challenge their other competitors. So it's really a struggle at the moment for the Italian team, just really being stuck together at the moment. But
Craig, we might have Formula Nation to have a top 3 if Unipalati passes Andrea Messi on for 3rd place. So
yeah, so they're looking to monopolise this race at the moment with the top 3 positions. He's Unipalati just a little bit off Angel Messi running down the pit straight. He will have DRS, but can he get close enough to make a dive into turn 1? It doesn't look as if he's closing him down quick enough. We might see an attempt into turn 3 as he will get a second bite of the cherry in DRS zone 2.
Oh, he hit the back of Andrea Messi from Unipalati, but you got another DRS straight here. Here we go. Will he go enough? Both of them are on rich fuel at the minute.
Angel Messi and the McLaren's get great straight line speed, able to protect himself against the DRS of Unipalati.
Oh, definitely, Craig, definitely there. But do you reckon Unipalati is more for corners than the straight lines, do you think?
I think he's on slightly more wing than Angel Messi, and we can certainly see that with the straight line speed, and that might indicate or might actually give us a reason why Unipalati can close Angel Messi down more in the twisty section of the track.
Yeah, as you were saying that, Unipalati nearly hit turn 8. He nearly hit turn 8 then. It looked like he was about to lose his front wing, but he just got that spot on with that turning there, Craig. But Unipalati's closely on Angel Messi. You got Fit Hiroshi closely on Flamino. Oh, Flamino!
Oh, Flamino runs wide into turn 15, makes contact with the wall. That allows Hiroshi to make a move into turn 16. Flamino doesn't fight too hard, but F1 Simi Gate currently 9th, looking to possibly line Flamino up for a move into turn 1.
Oh my God, Craig, this is going to be intense moments. We've got the 2 Formula Italian team. Oh, is Flamino going to the pits? No, he isn't.
I think, they're actually trying to. Yeah, they're trying to block off Simi Gate into turn 1. Flamino trying to hold the inside line. Oh, great defending from the Formula Italian team, working in perfect partnership. Defending very well against Simi Gate as he tried everything he could to make a move round the outside at turn 1.
Oh, that was the 3 in the bed situation there, Craig, nearly. But we had a 2 in the bed.
It's what you've been craving for all season.
Oh, definitely. And been waiting for ages for that. But fair play to these guys.
Well, at the front, Talima holding on to a 2.2 second lead over teammate Salvatore. They're sitting very comfortably at the moment as Angel Messi and Unipalati continue to battle for the 3rd position on track at the moment, while the Italian team are sitting respectfully in P6, 7th and 8th.
Oh, fair play to these guys at the minute. This is absolutely intense moments, but we might have another 3-car battle again, Craig, if F1 Simo gets close in on the Formula Italian teams here. It's just, can we have another 3 in the bed situation, please, guys? I don't ask for much, but this is just absolutely intense moments here. And, oh, here we go, Craig.
Well, to see that again, Simi Gate will have to get a great exit out of turn 16. He'll certainly be assisted by DRS, as will Hiroshi, and could lead to Flamino or being a sitting duck at the moment, but I don't imagine Hiroshi and Flaminio will battle too hard, especially with Simu Gate from the F1 Simu team just behind.
Yeah, I think you might be right there, Craig. I was a bit disappointed there because I thought Simu Gate, looking at the fuel, he hasn't got much fuel compared to the former Italian teams. They're the same actually, sorry. I thought they had more.
Yeah, the Italian team drivers just holding position at the moment, certainly going and playing the long game at the moment. So, Angel Messi continuing that battle for P3 with Una Palatin, with Salvatore just 1.1 seconds ahead, just outside the DRS activation zone.
But Una Palatin closing in on P3 at the minute of Angel Messi now, and he's really close now. He's got to get the castle section. Oh, jeez. I hate that section. Because if you make one slight mistake, that's it. You're gonna. But Palatti, he hasn't got much fuel left compared to Angel Messi.
Just as you were mentioning that castle section, Hiroshi, very late to turn in. And that compromised his turn exit. And that allowed Simu Gate to close him down, but Hiroshi, after Simu Gate had to lift off to avoid contact, began to open up the gap. But the gap between Flaminio and Simu Gate is currently 1.6 seconds. So this three-way battle for P7 continues as we begin that run down down the pit straight towards turn 1.
Sorry to interrupt, Craig. Oh, what a move from your Palantin. Oh, the Formula Nation team have got 1, not 2, but podiums on 3. Oh, and it's only lap 9, Craig.
Yeah, Simu Gate tried a little move down the inside of Hiroshi, but just wasn't close enough. Hiroshi just allowed the car to run wide and maintain P8, so Simu Gate looking to put pressure on Hiroshi just at the start of P9, but he just could not get close enough into turn 1. Has another run out at him in turn 3, but unfortunately even with DRS he can't get close enough, so Simu Gate continuing to line up Hiroshi for a pass.
Definitely. I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Craig. I'm really... Plaquintiv has got a DNF. He has lost the wheel on the DRS straight near the end of the start finishing line, Craig. I'm not sure what actually happened.
It looks as if he's lost on the main straight. Not really sure what happened there, but certainly he is out of the race.
Oh, no. So now we've got a yellow flag on sector 3 now.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the race marshals to clear up the debris and remove the car from track, and it looks as if they've actually acted very quickly. And we can get under racing as Hiroshi runs wide, makes the wall at turn 15. It looked as if it was the rear of the car. I hope it doesn't receive any suspension damage. Simu Gate just getting caught up in the dirty air there at the exit of turn 16 with a little bit of oversteer. And that'll compromise his straight line speed coming down the main straight. The gap holding at 0.6 of a second as Simu Spark is the first car to go into the pit lane.
I mean, the super soft tyres, and the soft tyre, how long do you reckon they last though, Craig?
I think the super softs will get you to approximately lap 11 or 12, so a little early from Simu Spark, so possibly looking to go for the undercut as he puts on the soft tyres for the second stint in the race.
Do you think, would you go for that, Craig, or would you rather wait a little bit more and then do that?
I think it just depends on whether he feels he was not making any headway in the cars ahead and possibly losing time to the cars behind. So, he'll know himself whether that's the best decision or not. He's came out 5.7 seconds behind Quinny, who's yet to pit, so that could actually move him back up towards P7, P8. And while the Italian team drivers are alongside each other on track, not wanting to battle each other too much, then certainly that could play into the hands of Simu Spark, because Italian team drivers might not be going as flat out as they can, because they don't want to make contact or trip each other up.
No, they don't want to risk it for a biscuit, Craig. That's what
so that absolutely, that undercut for Simu Spark might actually come good later on in the race as the drivers ahead begin to make their pit stops.
Oh, it's good. Hopefully we'll see the standings as it is now. But as far as I'm concerned, the Formula Nation, as I said, podium 1, podium 2 and podium 3, that is absolutely good advantage for them. But also for the Italian team, 5th, 6th and 7th, they will still get some decent points tonight, Craig. But Andel Messi for the Spanish team will get some decent points as well. But it's going to be, it depends. We're only on lap 11:51. We only got about 40 laps left of this fantastic race.
Yeah, certainly the Formula Nation team locking out the podium spots, and they're in a very strong position to go through to the final. But Andel Messi from the Spanish team will be looking to do something about that. He was very quick early on in the race, possibly. I think the super softs are starting to degrade and go off a little bit as he comes through the castle section, trailing Una Palatin by 2.3 seconds. So we might actually see the first round of pit stops in the next lap or two. Certainly Simu Spark was the first to react, but it looks as if Una Palatin looking to put pressure on Salvatore. So it looks as if, although the Italian team might have team orders in place, it looks as if the Formula Nation team could be allowed to compete against each other. So possibly no team orders for the Formula Nation team, Malk.
That is absolutely risky. I mean, look what happened. Oh my God, this is Ricardo and Verstappen moment. Oh, I thought they were going to do the Verstappen moment there. But
yeah, and the Palatin goes round the outside, has the better exit into turn 1, moves up to P2 and gets the DRS overtake done.
Yeah, I think because Salvatore's got more fuel than Una Palatin, he will need more fuel to try and get back into this, get a little bit of an advantage to call up to Talmar, who's in first place. And don't get me wrong, Craig, he has driven a fantastic race tonight.
Yeah, certainly controlled it so far from start to lap 12, open up the gap now to 2.7 seconds. But since watching the overtake between Una Palatin and Salvatore, Roche runs wide slightly at turn 3. Just going back to the point I was making, I wonder if we'll see Una Palatin begin to close down Palomar, and we might see a change in the race leader.
Yeah, I think. Would you let them race, Craig, if you was your race engineer and you say, go on and have a go? Do you reckon you're risking it?
Certainly not. Certainly not. We would not want a Red Bull incident. It's if I was team leader, I think priority 1 is get to the final. Get to the final. You do not want to miss a place in the final because of a risky overtaking move on your teammate. So it is about maximising the total score from every driver, and you would not want to risk any contact with a teammate. It is the cardinal sin.
Definitely. Oh, F1 Simo Gat closing on Hiroshi now. Simo Gat hasn't got much fuel, but Hiroshi's got a little bit of fuel there, but still. Yeah,
and I think because we lost a driver from the session, that I think we've lost the slipstream, because Simu Gate was not closing down Hiroshi as expected with the tow. But Hiroshi does come into the pits. The question is, what tyre compound will he go for? And he does go for the soft. So Hiroshi opting for the soft tyre at this point in the race.
I would. What was it? Did it have mediums as well in this race, or would you say it would have been super soft?
If I remember rightly, it should be the medium tyres that are also available. But I think it depends on your pace in comparison to those round about you. If you feel that you can actually go to the end of the race, then certainly putting on the white walled medium tyre would be the choice. But
Yeah.
it looks at the moment most drivers are sticking with the quickest strategy. The question will be on their second pit stop, will they put on another set of super softs, or will they go for the softs, looking to go for the safer strategy choice?
If they're going for the super softs again, they'll have to get those soft tyres to last about another 20 odd laps, would you say?
Yeah, they'd certainly have to be very conservative on the soft tyre strategy. Quinny yet to pit has actually been closed down by Simu Spark. So Simu Spark possibly lining up Quinny for an overtake to move him back up, or move up to P9.
Yeah.
Talima does pit from the lead mark, so he's dropped down to P5. The question is, where will he come back out on track? And Talima also goes for the soft tyre.
Firmino has pitted as well, Craig. What tyre has he gone on? They've both gone on the soft tyre, Craig. They've all gone for the soft tyre. Oh
Yeah,
my God!
I'm wondering if we might see a driver maybe risking it, going for a double super soft strategy, and then go the soft tyre at the end. At the moment, we're not seeing that, but we might see that later on in the race. As Simu Spark continues to close down Quinny on the run down to turn 3, the gap down to 0.3 of a second. Quinny possibly starting to struggle on those super soft tyres, who's yet to make a pit stop.
Yeah, I think this is going to be absolutely intense moments here. The top 7, Craig, the top 7 have not pitted yet. Sorry, Craig. Yeah, the top 7 have not pitted.
At all. Oh, Quinny loses the back end as he comes through turn 7. So
the
Quinny
castle!
certainly struggling with grip on those the super soft tyres, possibly hitting the cliff.
Spark!
Oh,
he's got a spark out!
Simu Spark going wheelie alongside turn 14. If there was a little bit of a wheel bang, but Simu Spark moves through it after turn 14 into turn 15. And
fair play.
I'm wondering, with Quinny going late on in the race on the supers, could we see Quinny being the first driver to go across onto the mediums going to the end of the race?
He's got to, Craig. He's got.
And he's got the previous race leader Talima all over the back of him. So when we see Quinny go defensive, Quinny does have DRS. Talima just could not make any headway, moving up to P8, and yeah, he takes a conservative approach into turn 1 as we have yellow flags in sector 1. When we see Talima going down inside the Quinny, we do. Disaster for Talima! Disaster, and that is a lost right hand side of the front wing. So Talima tried to overtake on Spark and misjudged Quinny turning in. Quinny turning in and makes contact.
The way it looked, Craig, Talma just did not brake late. Oh my God, Salvatore! He nearly lost his car then. But I'll tell you what, Craig, it looked like he couldn't stop the car, and whoever was in the Renault at the time, he just lost it completely because of Talma's mistake on that point. Yeah,
I wonder if he had one eye on the car alongside and maybe just misjudged that braking point. So disaster for previous race leader Talima, and even more so for Formula Nation.
Yeah, because after the last 14 laps, the last few laps, they would have been guaranteed top 3. I know.
Yeah, I'm just watching the replay of that earlier incident. So it was actually Quinny that he tried to overtake, and Talima just ran into the back of the Renault of Simu Spark.
FC Quinny and Spark. Quinny was trying to block Spark off. He was trying to get through the outside, but they just blocked him off. This is just absolutely ridiculous from Quinny. But they lost their slipstream. Yeah, they've lost the I can't say it now. I lost the slipstream.
Yeah, we've lost the toe, so we've certainly lost the toe into turn 1. But even with DRS, Simu Spark cannot get past Quinny.
No, but
so even with fresher tyres on Spark's car, he cannot get past the McLaren with the 16 lap old super softs. Oh, Quinney locks up going into turn 3. Semi spat all over the gearbox of that McLaren. Just cannot find a way past, and this will compromise Simi Spark's race strategy, because he is on recently are fairly new soft tyres, and he has Mr. X closing down on fresher softs. The gap down to 1.8 seconds.
Oh my god, this is intense moments here, Craig. Absolutely intense moments. But Firmino has pitted again. Just the top five have not pitted yet as well. And we're watching NFC Queenie and Spark. Will Spark get past Queenie on this opportunity now? Both of them have got a little bit of fuel left. But they're trying to avoid the hitting the wall there. But will Queenie hold on? Queenie's trying to hold on for 5th. Oh, he's going to the outside. Oh, I thought he lost it there, but Spark. Oh no.
Yeah, Simi Spark really trying to hold on to Quinny in that run down towards the DRS activation point. But Quinny looking very sleek in the McLaren. He's got good straight line speed. Even with DRS, the Renault cannot get close enough to Quinny into turn 1. It's going to be done under heavy braking.
Oh, it's done
it! He tries it, but he's missed it too much. He's actually lost the right hand side of his wheel, so a missed braking point there from Simi Spark, and we have another retirement. But there's a battle between Angel Messi and Quinny, and that allows Fit Mr. X to come alongside and makes the pass up the inside of Quinny in the run down towards turn 3.
Oh, that was fantastico for Mr. X there. But that was fantastico. We just got closing in on. I'm closing in. He's still holding on for 4th place. But Mr. X from the Formula Italian team try and get past him as quickly as possible here. But that is absolutely shocking from, Gutted. Oh no!
Yeah,
Mr. X!
Yeah, I don't know if that's a bit of lag there, Mark, because that doesn't look like a normal contact, as both drivers appeared on screen to be locked wheel to wheel. So possibly a little bit of lag in the lobby due to the retirements and people leaving the session.
Oh no.
Yeah, so just wait for the lobby to hopefully re-stabilise. But it looks as if Angel Messi and Mr. X are locked wheel to wheel. I mean, literally locked wheel to wheel. So possible issues in the lobby, and we hope that re-stabilises as Mr. X in the Red Bull and Angel Messi in the McLaren continue this battle for P4.
Just watching Salvatore closing in. Oh, passing Quinny. Oh, what fair play to him. Mr. X has got the fastest lap of 1:45.1, but I thought if Queenie has not pitted yet, I don't think.
Well, Una Palatin did pit, Malkin. He's the first driver to go back-to-back strategies on the super soft tyre. So Una Palatin will have to go on the soft tyre later on in the race. So looking to open up the gap to those behind him on the soft tyre.
Would you have gone for that? Would you have gone for a different route?
Certainly a risky strategy, but if you feel you've got the pace, then it makes sense to open up the gap between yourself and the drivers behind.
Fair dues, fair dues. I respect that decision from you, Craig, on that one. We've got Mr. X closing on Angel Messi now, but if you're watching it from our screens, guys, if you just watched it, it didn't look. The host. The room hopefully tried to get back into normal standards, but it looked like the cars just could not get the wheels off each other on that one. So fair play to these guys. But if you just joined us, guys, lap 18 of the 100% race, you've heard that right, of the 100% race. At one point we had the Formula Nation team had the top 3, and then disaster struck. But now it's just absolutely intense moments here, Craig. Don't you agree?
Absolutely, and we are seeing drivers on a variety of strategies. Most drivers have opted for the supers onto the soft strategy, with Una Palatin sticking with the super soft tyres on his second run. Currently holding on to a 7.7 second gap to Angel Messi from F1 Spanish team. And he's currently behind Matouf by 3.9 seconds, who started on the soft tyre. So Matouf started near the back of the grid and he was actually down in last place for the start of the race off the line. He's actually up into second. So a good strategy call from Matouf, who can go on the supers late on in the race.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Craig, but it looked like Fit Mr. X was going to go the back of Andel. Oh, okay, there's a bit of a desync problem again. But it looked like he was going to go the back of Andel Messi, but we've got another desync problem there. We do apologise, guys, if you're watching it from our end, but oh no, I don't know what's going on here, Craig.
Yeah, certainly issues between Angel Messi and Fit Mr. X at the moment, and certainly we can take from it. These guys are having a fantastic battle on track. It just looks from your standpoint that the cars often get locked in together, so we really don't know what the drivers are actually seeing on track. But it's a great strategic battle between the drivers, and we might actually see an overtake going into turn 1 at the moment. But Simu Gate just pits, dropping down to P2. Matouf now moves up to P1 after being in P12 on lap 1. So a great strategy call from Matouf, and it'll be interesting to see where he comes back out on track when he does eventually come in for his pit stop.
Yeah, I think that'll be a good opportunity there for Simaga. Oh my God, this is intense moments here. Will Mr. X try to close in? His DRS is not open, so it could be that Andel Messi is a little bit ahead than what we're seeing on screen, but
yeah, and Talema, after losing his front wing and pit stop, was currently down in 9th, trying to chase down Quinney for P8. He's currently 7/10 of a second behind as they come through the left-hander. That's turn 1, and again the 90-degree left of turn 2. So he will have a second attempt at the DRS zone, but that McLaren of Quinney is very quick in a straight line, and it will make it difficult for Talema to make an overtake on the straight line speed. We might see an overtake into the more twisty section that is sector 2, possibly in a dive up the inside before the castle section.
Oh, definitely. Just going to be absolutely intense moments here, but Quinney from the Spanish team, you've got Talema from the Nation team, and Fit Firmino from the Italian team down in 10th place. But oh my God, this is intense moments here, Craig.
Yeah, Mr. X still holding on to that 3/10 gap between himself and Angel Messi. Will have DRS on that run down towards turn 1. Can he close the gap down to get alongside? It does look as if he's too far back at the moment. Angel Messi certainly quick in that straight line, despite Mr. X with the DRS behind. So Mr. X trying to close down the gap under braking, and we might, he closes him down even more into turn 2. And it's all about who gets the better exit. Can Angel Messi open up the gap and run down to turn 3? The gap remaining to 4/10 of a second, but can Mr. X get even closer under braking to turn 3? And he does. He's actually took 2/10 out of him, so the gap, gap down to about 2-3 of a second as we come towards turns 5 and 6. That little chicane, 5 and 6, and the run down towards turn 7.
Oh, Matouf and your Palatin going through the castle section there. We've got a couple of battles going on, Craig. You've got your Palatin closing on Matouf. You've got Fit Mr. X coming closing on Andel Messi, and then also Talma closing on Quinney. Yeah,
Una Palatin on the fresh super softs against 21 lap home soft tyres on Matouf. So Una Palatin shouldn't find this overtake too difficult, especially with DRS as well.
Definitely, Craig, definitely there. We're just going to see if, still watching from Una Palatin, closing on Matouf. on now, but he is under fuel.
Yeah, and also Talima still unable to get past the McLaren with Quinney, so still stuck behind Quinney for P8 and 9. The Platin having a little run on Matuf, looking to get the braking done a bit later, but Matuf looking to come back to switch back, but his tyres are just too degraded to actually get that done. There's absolutely nothing he can do against Una Palatin's fresher super soft tyres. So Una Palatin moves up to P1.
Oh, that's a great move from Una Palatin there. But
yeah, gets it done under braking into turn 1. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, definitely, Craig, definitely. We've got, again, the only battle we have got here closing on our screen is Mr. X and El Messi, but obviously they're a bit of a desync issues at the moment, but absolutely intense moments here. If you just joined us, guys, it's just absolutely fantastic race, but also I believe there'll be a drive of the day after this race as well, so get your votes in as well on Twitter.
Well, at the moment we are having the live standings coming in from Race Control. Formula Nation lead the group with 105 points, followed by the Formula Italian team on 98 points, 7 points behind. F1 Semi team currently holding on to 84 points in third place, with the F1 Spanish team in fourth with 57 points.
Oh, this is close now, Craig. Oh my God, this is absolutely intense moments here. But what do you think after 22 laps? Do you think there'll be more shocks, or do you think this is what you're going to see at the minute?
I certainly think there's more shocks to come as there is battles up and down the grid. Simugate and Hiroshi from the Italian team continuing their battle, but fighting for P6 and 7 respectively. And they're on that run down to turn 1. Yeah, it looks as if Simugate just misjudged the closing down speed of the Ferrari of Hiroshi in that run down to turn 1. Can he get the car blocked? Oh! Yeah, he struggled to slow the car down on the soft tyres at turn 1. That allowed Hiroshi to come back on the attack into turn 2. So both drivers going wheel to wheel alongside each other on the run down to turn 3. And on that drag race, Simugate with DRS gets ahead and retakes P6 after Hiroshi tried to fight back.
Oh, fair play to F1 Simugate there. That was just absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Just seeing that.
Talima still stuck behind Quinney on that run down towards turn 3, lap 23. So Talima just cannot find a way past that McLaren.
No, he's trying everything he can, Talima, but no, you just do not know what to expect. You just do not know what to expect. But will Talima try and get past Quinney in the castle section? I'll tell you what. Oh, this is intense, closing in. But will he do it? Oh no, I thought he was going to go for it there, but never mind.
Yeah, Talima pushing very hard with those fresh super softs on the car. He just cannot find a way past Quinney and the McLaren on those soft tyres. So Talima unable to maximise the faster tyres and certainly the fresher tyres on that car.
No, he can't do anything about that, Craig. He cannot do anything about that. But Hiroshi closing on F1 Simugate was 6 tenths, and now it's back to 7th. But he might get a little bit of a Grexit here, but we'll see how it goes. But we might go back to Talima.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Mark, but Talima on the gearbox of Quinney in the run down towards turn 1 just comes out with the toe. DRS open alongside Quinney on that run down to turn 1. It's all about who's bravest on the brakes. Talima just controls the turn in, preventing Quinney to go for the switchback. So a good overtaking move from Talima into turn 1.
Oh, fair play. That was a great move. Fantastic move there. But Quinney is going to try and do everything he can on closing in now. But we might go back to Hiroshi. Closing in on through to the castle section, try and catch up to F1 Simugate. now, but it's just absolutely intense moments here, and we're only on lap 24, Craig. This is just, we're nearly halfway.
Yeah, we're just on the halfway point. So we have had 2 retirements, but most importantly, we've had some spectacular overtakes, and we've had a few changes of position for the race leader as well.
Definitely.
So at the moment, Una Palatin, who has done a double super soft strategy, holds on to the race lead, followed by Matuf, who started on softs at the start of the race, who's yet to make a pit stop. So it's a crucial role coming into the end of the race. Andrew Messi starting on supers, then going on to soft tyre, currently third with Mr. X down in fourth, Salvatore in fifth, Simon Gate in sixth, Hiroshi and 7th after a battle with Simon Gate over the last few laps. Talima, after contact with the Renault of Simu Spark, dropped down to 9th, retook 8th from Quinney after a battle over the few laps with Firmino down in P10. So we are on nearly the halfway point, and if the second half of the race is as good as the first half, we are into a spectacular conclusion for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Oh, we are absolutely not shocked, but just absolutely intense on this, because we're on the edge of our seats to make sure we'd see if there's any good battles going on for the next 26 laps of this race. Oh my god, everyone's all split out now, but Salvatore's closely on Fit Mr. X now, but this may be coming up to a good battle coming up soon, Craig. Might not be this lap, depending on Mr. X, or actually maybe. Oh, they're coming up to the DRS straight now. Salvatore's going on the rich fuel now. Mr. X? Yeah, Mr. X is going to the rich fuel now, but Salvatore's got a little bit of DRS here. Yes, he has. He's going to try and get the toe here. He's trying to avoid the braking. Oh, he's just closing on Mr. X now. He's got a second chance now.
Well, at the moment, Formula Nation have actually strengthened their hold on the lead of Group A, opening up the gap between themselves and the Formula Italian team by 7 points. So the gap now 14 points between Formula Nation first place and Formula Italian team and second.
Oh, this is just absolutely intense moments here, Craig. Absolutely intense, but it's just, you just do not know what to expect, Craig. Absolutely intense.
Yeah, and as we approach the 50% distance, it's going to come down to endurance. So who has the mental toughness to last 100% race at a very challenging street circuit?
When was the last time you raced a 100% race online, Craig?
I actually don't remember.
You don't remember?
I don't remember, but certainly even 50% distance at Baku, where the walls close in, certainly at the castle section and the exit of turn 15, as Salvatore makes contact with the wall. Certainly it is a challenge, and it will be pushing these drivers to the limit. And as pressure grows and tiredness grows, then certainly we may see a few more mistakes and possibly a few more returns to the pit lane.
Definitely, Craig, definitely. I can't remember the last time I did. Actually, a few years ago I used to do the 100% races, but as you said, it's more endurance. Even if you had a bad start at like lap 10, 15, at least you've got a little bit of a leeway to crawl yourself back into the race. And I remembered that because I think it was in Canada. I came back after lap 10 or something and just won out of finishing at the back and won right into the first.
So as we cross over to the second half of this 100% race, certainly it's not all over. Even if you're at the back of the Grand Prix or back of the race, with mistakes from any other driver, there's certainly positions to be gained, but the only driver yet to make a pit stop is Matuf up in P2. He's currently 9.5 seconds behind Una Palatin and 3.5 seconds ahead of Angel Messi. But if he's going for the one-stop strategy, possibly looking to go on to the Supers, then he could certainly come into play later on in the race. Salvatore is starting to close down the gap between himself and Mr. X, as there's a bit of carbon fibre broken off just in the middle of the track. Not sure if that's from Mr. X or Angel Messi, but certainly someone's experienced front wing damage. I think it's from the McLaren, yeah. So Angel Messi, damage on the right hand side of the front wing, possibly making contact with the wall at turn 15.
Yeah, I was just about to say Angel Messi, Craig, but I'll let you have a go at it then. But yeah, it's just, I think it was because of that mistake in turn 15. This is where, as you said, the endurance kicks in and they need to get that concentration back up again and try and get some decent points in for their respective sides.
And trying to maintain the pace throughout the race when that fatigue sets in mentally and psychologically, then certainly mistakes are likely. But Salvatore closing the gap down to Mr. X, the gap now 9/10 of a second, putting them into position for DRS. So possibly an overtake on the end of lap 28, possibly start 29 mark.
Possibly, but yeah, well, it's going to be a bit of a risky stuff to try and hold on to those soft tyres a little bit more than trying to go for the super softs at the end. But we'll wait to see how he does it. But his times are just dropping like unbelievable with my two. Just absolutely dropping. He's starting
to drop off from Una Palatin as Angel Messi unable to really jump on the lack of tyre grip from Matuf because he's experiencing front wing damage. So Angel Messi might be forced to come into the pits earlier than they planned as Mr. X beginning to close down the gap. Is actually sitting at 1.4 seconds. So Angel Messi might have to come into the pits in the next lap or two.
Yeah, he's got to, Craig, because at some point Mr. X will close in on Angel Messi. Oh, it looked like Angel Messi lost it in the first corner, but I might be wrong because he has dropped a little bit now. But Mr. X is closing in now, Craig.
Yeah, Angel Messi really struggling with the turning. Struggles with front end grip due to lack of downforce, losing certain sections of that front wing.
Definitely.
So we might see a three-way battle if Mr. X is stuck behind Angel Messi through the twisty part of the Baku street circuit, and that will allow Salvatore to close in the gap between himself and the Red Bull ahead.
Oh my God. Can you imagine the two? Oh, I want to see that battle again with the two cars through Castle, because that is the unexpected overtake there, and it's just absolutely fantastic there.
Yeah, but Salvatore taking out another 2/10 between himself and Mr. X. Gap now down to 0.5 of a second as we approach turn 15. That run down towards turn 16. This is going to be big snap of oversteer from Salvatore as he just began to put down the power on the Sauber, but a great recovery. So really managing to rescue that snap of oversteer from Salvatore.
Just a bit, Craig, just a bit there, but will he try and catch up now to Mr. X? He's got to have a chance now. He's got DRS, but it's not enough. Matuf's pitted, Craig. Matuf
finally pits from the soft and goes on to the supers. So Matuf looking to go to the end of the race on the quickest tyre strategy. But the question is, where did he come out on track? Does he get out ahead of Hiroshi? He doesn't, so he comes out behind Hiroshi and he'll sit in P7, but he has Talima also on the super soft, charging hard as well.
Yeah, Craig, we have got a 3-car battle here, sorry, for second place, and MS is trying to hold on for second because of his front wing damage, but Mr. X is trying his hardest to try and get past. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the outside, but let's see.
Yeah, Mr. X will have to get this move done as quick as possible, because he knows that Salvatore, very quick in qualifying, is certainly a threat from behind, so Mr. X won't want to get stuck behind Angel Messi as we just exit turn 12 up towards that flat out kink of turn 13 and 14, beginning the run down to turn 15. But it looks as if we're starting a little bit of desync as the Angel Messi and Mr. X make contact between turn 15 as well, and Salvatore won't want to get caught up in this either.
No, I don't want to get caught up in this, but we don't know if the telemetry is correct now or what, we don't know, but it's just intense moments here.
Yeah, looks as if Mr. X got that move done under tow conditions, but Angel Messi tucks in behind Mr. X trying to retake second place in that run down towards turn 1, but Salvatore, will he jump in this battle, or will he allow Mr. X and Angel Messi to fight it out, possibly waiting for any contact between the two drivers ahead?
We don't know yet, Craig, we don't know, but we just have to wait and see how this is going to be planned out near the end of the race. But as you can see, this is just absolutely intense moments here, but Salvatore's trying to close in on Angel Messi for third place. But we'll have to wait and see how these guys can battle out and hold on for the line. But we've got 20 laps left of this 51 laps of this 100% race, Craig. But I tell you what, it's been a cracker tonight. It's been a cracker tonight.
Yeah, certainly. I don't think it's over yet, Mal, because that three-way battle for second place continues between Mr. X, Angel Messi, and Salvatore. Oh, yellow flag, sector 1. Possibly a driver running wide, running off track in sector 1, so we do have green flags again, and that is vital for the battle for second place. So they certainly won't want to have this battle compromised by yellow flags.
No, they don't want to do that, Craig. They do not want the yellow flags to come out of nowhere, but Salvatore is trying to close in on Angel Messi. Let's see if he's got DRS. Yes, he has. He's got DRS, Craig. Oh, he's got the bits.
So Salvatore going for the undercut. That is a move to the undercut, and he'll be hoping that Angel Messi and Mr. X also have to pit. So a very interesting strategic call from Salvatore, but Hiroshi looks to be coming through turn 1 and should move up to P5. But the question is, where does Matuf come out? Oh, Matuf overtakes Salvatore, and that is crucial for Salvatore as well, as Talima looks to be coming through as well. Salvatore comes back on track just ahead of Talima, and that is vital for Salvatore. But Matuf ahead in P6 has fairly recent super soft tyres as well. They will be a few laps older for Salvatore, compared to Salvatore's super soft tyres, and Salvatore will be looking to use that advantage late on in the race, possibly around lap 48, 49, but he will have to close down that gap of 5.6 seconds to Matuf ahead.
He'll try to do everything he can, Craig, for that one, but Talmos, the only one closing in on Salvatore, but as you said earlier, it was just ahead of Talmos from Salvatore, but at one point he was kicking himself because he was trying to get past Matuf, but Talmos is obviously a good move for. I don't know what I'm saying next, but Salvatore's trying to do everything again. But yeah, Salvatore's trying to do is get in front of him after the pit stop, if you know what I mean. I just don't know what I'm saying afterwards, Craig.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, on those super soft tyres, Matuf beginning to close down the gap between himself and Hiroshi ahead. The gap currently sitting at 1.1 seconds. So can Matuf start to close down that gap, putting himself within DRS activation? But it looks as if Hiroshi has got great straight line speed in that Ferrari, and he was actually beginning to open up the gap between himself and Matuf on that rundown towards turn 1.
Yeah, definitely, Craig. Just seeing with Matuf trying to close in on Hiroshi, but it's just absolutely intense. But Mr. X on second place is good for the Italian team. Uniplatin still holding on for first, but as you said, Craig, he has got to go on the supers later, and that might compromise his first place.
Yeah, that's true, and as Matuf starting to close down the gap to Hiroshi, he's actually lost 1 second between himself and Salvatore. So Salvatore is certainly going quicker than Matuf at the moment, both on super soft tyres, but certainly different in lap age.
Yeah, it's definitely, Craig. Just seeing what's going on here, but Matuf.
Yeah, Matuf's starting to close down the gap. He's actually got it down to 0.4 of a second, and I think it is absolutely crucial that Matuf gets this move done as quick as possible, as Salvatore takes out another half a second between himself and Matuf. So if Matuf can get the move done between himself and Hiroshi, he'll hope that Hiroshi can possibly hold up Salvatore, as we'll get yellow flags briefly in sector 1, possibly the car running wide at turn 1. But we do have green flags again, and that is right for that run down towards turn 1. Will Matuf try and brake later than Hiroshi does? He closes down the gap slightly, but he cannot get close enough. Alongside the Salvatore on those fresh super softs, sets the fastest lap of a 1:43.
Right, but Tomo's pitted again, but seeing if Hiroshi holding on for fifth. Oh, that was close. That was really close. I thought Matuf was going to try and do for the banzai moment there, but no.
Yeah, Talimar pitting for another fresh set of super soft, so possibly front wing damage again from Talimar. Oh, great exit from Matuf out of turn 7. Oh, trying to get alongside the Ferrari off Hiroshi. Sorry, apologies, that was the exit from turn 6 towards turn 7, but just couldn't get round Hiroshi into turn 7, so good defending from Hiroshi as we went through the castle section. But Matuf certainly eager to get this move done, but Salvatore absolutely slashing the gap between himself and Matuf. It's down now to 2.2 seconds, so Matuf possibly feeling a little bit of pressure from Salvatore behind in P7.
Oh, the famous Queen track of under pressure, under pressure. Right, I'll stop that because it gets worse, haven't I seen? So we're watching Matuf closing in on Hiroshi now. He has got less fuel.
Gap down to 0.3 of a second. DRS open, but Hiroshi, great straight line speed. So Matuf unable to close down that gap under DRS conditions to Hiroshi, as we've also lost the slipstream.
Yeah.
So can Matuf get another great exit out of turn 2? Hiroshi just allows the car to run wide at the exit of turn 2, carrying through the pace, hoping to give himself the best opportunity, maintaining that 5th place.
Yeah, definitely, Craig. Absolutely will do. But I don't know, what will Matuf try to do?
I think this is where the tyre grip is absolutely crucial as we come round those slow turns, getting off the line. So Matuf should get off the line a lot quicker than Hiroshi on the soft compound tyres.
Yeah, definitely. But this is compromising Matuf's tyres now because he's doing the one stop. But and with the dirt air as well, Mal could be sliding across the track, really getting high tyre temperature.
and could possibly actually end up with some blisters as he struggles with front end grip with the dirty air and the lack of downforce underneath that Ferrari of Hiroshi. The gap between himself and Salvatore now down to 7/10 of a second, so Salvatore absolutely lightning quick at the moment on lap 36 with fresh super soft tyres.
Of course, Craig, because of this, the two-car battle from Hiroshi and Matuf. Matuf has, Salvatore's got the. Hiroshi's got the pits, but Salvatore's closing on Matuf. Oh no!
So it's going to be a straight fight between Matuf and Salvatore for P5 at the moment. But if Salvatore wants to chase down a podium spot, he's going to have to overtake Matuf fairly quickly.
He's got to do it. He's got to do it quickly. He's got to do it. He's got to do it.
Oh, he tries to get it done under braking into turn 3. Can't get close enough to control that turn and into turn 3. Matuf just gets the car turned in, but he's going to have to work hard to defend against a very quick Salvatore on fresher and quicker tyres.
Definitely, Craig. Absolutely intense. Oh, I thought. Oh, come on.
Salvatore having a little look up the inside of 7, just allowing Matuf to see him in the wing mirror. So the Salvatore and the Sauber trying to fill the wing mirrors of Matuf and possibly putting him under a little bit of pressure, making him uneasy.
Definitely, Craig. Absolutely intense here. But, oh my god, this is absolutely intense here.
But what is crucial, Malk, is when does Una Palatin pit to go on to the change of tyres? So he's got a 15.9 second lead over Fit Mr X for P1 and P2, with Angel Messi 4.6 seconds behind. So Una Palatin, if he pits, could come out in third position. Salvatore begins to close down the tooth, running towards the turn 1. Can he get it done on the braking on the inside of turn 1? Matuf sticks to the racing line, leaves it inside open. Matuf looking to stick it round outside. Salvatore gets alongside his front right tyre, alongside the side pod of the Mercedes, and it's a drag race towards turn 3.
Oh my god!
It is a Sauber Mercedes drag race.
Oh no! Oh, this is close. Oh my god, Matuf will be thinking, don't do this. And he was right close. It was like millimetres, Craig, from the wall.
Yeah, Salvatore with DRS assistance gets ahead, and on the inside of Matuf, and there's very little that Matuf could have done in that Mercedes.
No, he couldn't do anything about that at all. But fair play to Salvatore there, but see how it goes. But
Simon is beginning to close down Angel Messi for the final podium spot. The gap currently sitting at 4/10 of a second, but they do have a very fast Sauber in the shape of Salvatore, 11.9 seconds behind. So now that he's cleared Matuf, Salvatore will be looking to close down Simugate and Angel Messi, possibly looking to get that final podium spot.
Well, Simo Gats trying everything he can, but he hasn't got much fuel. Craig. He probably won't go for it then, but Anna Messi, Fit Mr X, pitting. So he's going to probably go for the super softs. Yes, he is. He's going for the super softs, but where is he going to come out? It might just come out just behind Salvatore and Matuf. Where's Fit Mr X, a little bit of coming out through the pit exit.
He will be on absolutely fresh super softs, Mark. So Mr X looking to come back into play. He did drop down after coming out on P2, but the question is, I know Salvatore will certainly be going to the end of the race, as is Matuf, but can Angel Messi get to the end of the race with those soft tyres and damaged front wing? And can Simu get to the end of the race on those soft tyres as well, as that battle continues for P2 and 3? We know that Una Palatin certainly has to pit, but he's opened up a gap of 22 seconds between himself and Angel Messi, between himself and P1 and P2. So Una Palatin possibly looking to open up a pit stop gap so that he can ensure coming back out on track in the race lead.
Definitely, Craig. But can F1 Simo get close in on Angel Messi? He's got to have DRS. He's got to have the DRS.
Yeah, you're right there, Malk. He'll certainly have DRS, a gap 0.2 of a second. But the question is, can he get the move done under braking into turn 1? Both drivers on soft tyres, comes out of the toe, goes down the inside. Both drivers trying to brake as late as possible. So Una Palatin does come into the pit, he comes back out, and he's actually just behind this battle for first place. So he comes out just behind Simu Gate, but he will have the freshest tyres in the top 3 drivers.
Oh, he's got an outstanding advantage now. If he can get past, or he could just hold on behind them behind them 2, for just as long as he just leans behind, he can just get a good opportunity for them to go and get in the pits. Craig?
Yeah, I don't think either of these drivers will be pitting ahead, Mark. I think both these drivers will be going to the end. Una Palatin might just wait for the pit straight. He'll certainly get the best exit out of turn 16 with the fresher rubber, and he'll certainly get a good run out of turn 2 as well, being that 90-degree left-hand turn. So it's a slow exit, but with the fresher rubber, Una Palatin could get the best exit between these 3 drivers.
Yeah, definitely, Craig. But we've got another battle going on for 4th and 5th. Matouf slowly trying to catch up to Salvatore, but want to get back to the top 3. But it looked like Matouf just dropped it down to 3/10 then. But closing on Salvatore now.
Yeah, Matouf trying to come back and fight hard, trying to put himself back into play, moving himself back up to P4. But Angel Messi and Simu Gate continuing this battle. For P1 and P2, the gap opening up to 0.7 of a second. But I think Una Palatin's just tucking in behind these 2 drivers at the moment. He knows that they're on old soft tyres, and he's just come out the pits in very fresh tyres. So he could be waiting round about the point of lap 48-49 when Simu Gate and Angel Messi might be easy targets with the very, very old tyres.
Definitely, Craig.
So Una Palatin could be looking to play the long game, not wanting to risk any contact. Yeah, he gets a great exit out of turn 4.
Oh no!
Up on the inside of turn 6. So gets the move done in the chicane at turn 5 and 6. So great move from Una Palatin.
Just as you said, I don't think he'll do another move. And what a move! Oh, fair play.
So absolutely great overtaking in the race tonight from Una Palatin on teammate Salvatore earlier on, and on Simu Gate in the chicane as P5 turn 5 and 6. Not a normal overtaking place by any means.
No, definitely not. But they might have a couple of car battles going on. We've got Una Palatin and F1 Simo. We've got Salvatore and Matouf, which I'm watching now. We might have another one of Fit Hiroshi and Telmar. Just absolutely going to be absolutely intense moments here, Craig.
Yeah, certainly the gap between Angel Messi and Una Palatin increasing to 1.5 seconds. A slight lock up from Una Palatin takes 0.2 out of Angel Messi. Angel Messi leading the race for the F1 Spanish team, with Una Palatin trying to fight hard to get the race win for the Formula Nation team.
Yeah, definitely here, Craig, because this is absolutely intense moments here. But it's just, we're on lap 41 of 51, Craig. Oh, Matouf! He's lost his braking point. And now Mr. X has just passed him. Now he's moved into 5th. Mateusz dropped down 6th.
What is vital, Mark, after that mistake, I don't think Mateusz got any damage. But while that's going on, Palatine, he's got the gap down to half a second now as we come through turns 12 and 13. So right on the gearbox of Angel Messi when we begin to run down towards turn 15. So turn 13, 14 definitely flat out. Palatine locks up slightly at turn 15, looking to size Angel Messi up for an overtake into turn 1. So the gap's currently sitting in between 5 or 6 tenths of a second. But Palatine just tucks in behind Angel Messi's McLaren. That run down the pit straight towards the DRS activation point, and it is vital for the race and the group and a place in the final. With 9 laps remaining of this 51 lap race, and I think what's surprising most is how his our voices lasted this long in the race, Mark.
I don't know, but we just managed to survive there. But I was going to say, we might have a 3-car battle soon, not in this lap, but possibly in the next few laps. We've got FFC Quinny, Fit Hirossi and Telmar all closing in for 7th place respectively. But we want to go back to Unipalatine. But I do agree with you, Craig. I don't know how, especially your voice, Craig. Your voice would probably be gone after all this. It's just intense. Oh, Unipalatine! Oh, closing in on Angel Messi.
Weaving all over the back of the McLaren, just trying to find any gap past Angel Messi. But Angel Messi having absolutely none of it. So Palatine forced to stick behind Angel Messi's McLaren for a few more corners. We approach turn 15. Palatine does lift early, allowing the car to slow down gradually, looking to actually get the better braking exit.
While this battle's going on, Craig, F1 Simo Gat is closing in on Unipalatine. He was within under a second now, but he's just gone over it now. But oh my God, this is intense. Will Unipalatine close in on Angel Messi? But we want to try and get back to Quinny.
And with the Simo closing down on Unipalatine is running out of time to get this move done. So we might actually see quite a risky move. Yellow flag, sector 2 and 3.
I think there was an issue between Hirossi and Telmar because both cars did drop off a lot there, Craig. There was, I don't know if they had a clash or what, I can't really say because I didn't see that. But I thought Unipalatine was close in on Angel Messi there.
Yeah, Unipalatine knows that a race victory is on the cards here. He's certainly not going to risk anything too... Oh, what a move! Oh, tries to go down the outside of Angel Messi, getting it done on the braking, but gets a better exit out. Gets a better exit out of turn 6. Gets a move done into turn 7. But Angel Messi trying to get the move back on the outside of turn 7 into 8. So absolutely fantastic racing from Sauber driver Unipalatine and McLaren driver Angel Messi. Neither driver wanting to concede the lead of the race with 8 laps remaining.
Yeah, I thought that was. It looked like Angel Messi was closing Unipalatine onto the wall before the corner before the castle, because we thought he was gonna be a massive incident, but obviously not. These two drivers respected each other and tried to hold on, but Unipalatine had got the fresher tyres than Angel Messi.
Yeah, we've actually became too involved with this battle, Mark, and forgot to announce that you please cast your votes for the driver of the day. So we've been too focused with the battles on track to announce it as appropriate 10-15 laps from the end. So please cast your votes for the driver of the day, and the winner will be announced at the end of the race.
You've got 7 laps left, guys, to get the votes in. But while you get your votes in, well, Hiroshi comes in on Quinny. Oh no, I thought you had the chance there. He couldn't risk it for a biscuit. But turn 2, oh, Hiroshi! Oh no!
Oh, Quinny trying to squeeze the space of Hiroshi. Going round turn 2, both drivers giving enough space though to get round the corner, but Hiroshi looking to come back at Quinny. Under pressure, late rain contest into turn 3, but Quinny does have the inside line controls at entry into turn 4 on that run down towards the chicane. At turn 5 and 6, Quinny holding on to the lead, but Hiroshi all over the back of that McLaren.
Yeah, Hiroshi thought he was going to get a better exit there just, but he didn't get enough there. But Quinny's trying to hold it on for dear life here. But we might have another battle going on for second place again, Craig, for second, third and fourth respectively, but we do not want to miss this battle. Our voices are going to be gone in about a few laps time, so if you notice a silence, we do apologise, guys, because our throats are killing us at the minute.
So the gap between Simugate and Angel Messi holding at 6/10 of a second, the gap between Simugate and Salvatore holding at 7/10 of a second, so 1.4 seconds separating second, third and fourth, and it is going to be a 6-lap shootout for the final podium positions, Mark.
Yeah, definitely. While you're watching that, Craig, oh, Hiroshi, oh, will it be a Magnifico moment? Oh, no, yes, come on, yeah, beauty, come on, oh, this is close, but
Quinny looking to do the cutback at the exit of turn 1, but Hiroshi just allows a car to run wide, carrying the pace at the exit of turn 1 into turn 2, almost runs wide into the wall at turn 2, but managed to rescue it and hold off Quinny.
Yeah, it's on there, but we want to get back to Salvatore, Simugate and Messi now. Oh, this is absolutely intense moments here. But as you said earlier, from Hiroshi, that was a magnifico move there. But that was just absolutely fantastico. But will Salvatore closing on Simugate? But who would you say will get them the 2 podium places, Craig, out of them 3?
Well, I think Salvatore is actually in the best position. He's on the quicker tyre, but he's also on the fresher tyre. So it could actually play into Salvatore's hands. He's currently just sitting behind Simugate by 4/10 of a second, but Simugate still fighting Angel Messi for the second position.
Yeah, oh my god, Craig, this is unbelievable. Oh, will Salvatore, but Simos is go.
Simos goes down inside, brakes late, but misses his breaking point, and that allows Salvatore to move up to P3 and have a free go at Angel Messi for second place.
Oh, will he do a double move? Because of Simo's mistake? Simogate's mistake. Will Salvatore try and go through past Messi? No, he hasn't. Oh, come on, you can do it if you're being QE here, but can he do it? No, he can't. Oh my god, this is intense moments here.
Angel Messi really struggling with front end grip with that broken front wing, and the fact that he's on old soft tyres compared to Salvatore on fresh super softs. So Salvatore running out of time, 5 laps remain as Una Palatin opens up the gap to by 7 seconds now, 7.1. So Una Palatin looking to bring the car home safely and secure that race win for the Formula Nation team.
That's a good advantage for the Formula Nation team, as you said, Craig. But, oh my god, do you think Salvatore would get second, or do you think Angel Messi will keep second?
I think Angel Messi's got a big challenge on his hands. It's certainly advantaged Salvatore at the moment, and I would put my money on Salvatore securing P2 at the moment.
Okay, I would agree with you on that one, Craig. I would agree with you on that one. We've got 5 laps left. As Craig said earlier, guys, if you want to do the drive of the day vote, please make sure you do that on Twitter as quickly as possible. Oh,
yeah, we've got a change of position down at P4 and 5.
But change position in second and third, Craig. Oh,
Yeah,
you beauty!
Salvatore under braking hand on the inside, gets it moved into turn one. Angel Messi looking to try and come back, but with those old soft tyres, it just does not have the grip to challenge Salvatore, and Salvatore will look to open up the gap between himself and the McLaren driver.
Yeah, now Uniplatin and Salvatore, both drivers from the Formula Nation team, oh, they're on prime with good points here, and I can't stop saying prime because that just lost it like a record there. But Talmar closing on FFC Queenie now for 8th place. Oh,
yeah, possible three-way battle developing for P7 with Hiroshi, Quinny and Talima. Talima on the fresh Supersofts, pitting a few laps ago, about 10 laps ago, compared to Quinny on old softs and Hiroshi on old Supersofts. So Talima does have the fresher tyre.
Okay, Craig, if you're a better man, oh, I thought that was close then. Do you reckon Talima will get 7th after the next few laps?
He's definitely he's got everything going for him, but can he get past Quinn, who's also using the DRS from Hiroshi ahead? It will certainly be tough, but I don't think it's impossible. He's right on the back of the McLaren of Quinny as we come up towards turn 15. He just has to get a great exit from 15 and 16 and have a great run into turn 1. Possibly looking to go round the inside of turn 1 and control the turn into turn 2. Possibly utilising the second bite of the cherry at DRS to go ahead and maintain the lead into turn 3.
Oh, definitely, Craig. But will Talima close in on FFC Quinny? But
he's got an absolute great run. He's got a great run on Quinny. But what way will he go? He goes to the inside, but he will have Hiroshi. He's going to have to be careful that he does not repeat the contact between himself and Simu Spark in the Renault earlier on in the race.
Oh, definitely, Craig. Oh my God, Hiroshi trying to hold on for 7th, but Quinny's just going to try everything he can to catch up to Talmar. But this is just absolutely intense moments here. Oh my God. Oh my God, Craig. Matuf's closing on F1 Simogat. Oh, this is intense. We've got 3 laps left, 3 to 4 laps left of the Baku Grand Prix, of the semi-final, of Group A, of the Formula Europe, of the Champions League. Oh, Matuf! Oh, I think Matuf's let Simo get through, but Matuf, fair play to him. I'm lost for words now. I'm going to go back to Talmar and Quinny now, and I'll let you carry on, Craig.
Yeah, Matuf gets that move done, moves up to P5, utilising those super soft tyres, but the battle between Talima, Hiroshi and Quinny continues. Talima lining up Hiroshi going down towards turn 16, just looking to tuck in behind Hiroshi as we have that long run down towards turn 1. So this one of the longest straights on the Formula 1 calendar. Can Talima get it done as we begin lap 49?
Yeah, definitely. Here, Craig. Will Talima's trying everything to close down Hiroshi now.
He's looking to get right under the Ferrari on that run down towards turn 3. And certainly if he's not running as much downforce as Hiroshi, he's going to have to get it done with straight line speed. Unable to do it there on lap 48 into 49 going down towards turn 1. Can he line up Hiroshi going down towards turn 1 into lap 49 and start of 50? So he's going to have to try and get closer on the run between turn 12 and 15 and 15 and 16. Looking to really hug the rail of that Ferrari.
I don't know, Craig, but it's just going to be absolutely intense here. But Mr. X is still closing on Angel Messi, but Talmar closing on Hiroshi still. But I don't know what he's going to do with Talmar. I don't know what he's going to try and do.
I think Angel Messi's going to have to fight with everything he's got to protect that final podium position.
Yeah, will Animesi try to stop Mr. X from passing? He's going on the outside. I know he's going to go try and go back on the inside moment now.
Yeah,
Mr. X.
Talimar right on the back of the Ferrari as we exit turn 17, that kink at 17, flat out turn 18, 19, running down towards the kink at turn 20, the gap, turn, 3/10 of a second. Talimar tucking in behind Hiroshi's Ferrari on that run down towards turn 1. DRS is open. Where will he go? Outside, inside, he has a little fake to the outside. Oh, he moves down the inside under braking. There's a bit of wheel bang as Hiroshi's knocked off track. Talimar lifts slightly. And yeah, good play by Talimar. He recognises that he knocked Hiroshi off track. And certainly didn't want to receive a penalty from the race stewards. So Talimar has it all to do again as we are on the penultimate lap. We are on lap 50 of 51, your final call for the driver of the day vote. So please cast your votes and it will be announced at the end of the race. And Fit Mr. X does get past Angel Messi, so Angel Messi unable to defend with that damaged front wing and old soft tyres.
Yeah, he couldn't do anything about that, Craig, at all.
Oh, Talimar damaged the left hand side of his front wing under braking with Hiroshi into turn 7. So Talimar damages another front wing, but he has no choice but to go to the end of the race.
It's only 2 laps, Craig. It's only 2 laps of this, but Talimar did everything he could to try and get past. Oh, the light braking here. Oh, yeah, I thought he would have got through there, but lap 51 of 51, Craig. We're on to the final lap now, but Talimar will try and do everything he can for Hiroshi. They're still on lap 50 of this lap, but will Talimar, I think he will not try and, I don't know if he's going to try and get past Hiroshi now. Will he try and do it? Oh, I don't think he's got enough.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually got the straight line speed. Will we see a move under braking on the inside turn 1? We do. Hiroshi trying to squeeze his space of slight contact. Hiroshi started to lose the rear end of the Ferrari after contact, but Talimar maintains P7 and it's a run down towards turn 3. But Quinney in P9 just behind this battle for P7. Hiroshi looking to go round the outside at turn 3. Talimar goes defensive. Hiroshi goes round the outside at turn 3. So great move from Hiroshi, retaking P7.
That is a great move from Hiroshi there. He did everything he could after the first few corners, but he's done everything he could. And we go have a 3-car battle here. But where's Unipalati? He's coming up to the last couple of corners, the DRS straight now.
Yeah, Unipalati just comes out of turn 16. All he has to do is just come through the final few corners, and he will secure tonight's race win. An absolutely fantastic strategic call, going on a double super soft strategy, going super soft at the end. So absolutely superb race from Unipalati, who takes the race victory for the Formula Nation team.
And Salvatore, as long as he holds on, which he does for Formula Nation
so that is a 1-2 for the Formula Nation team, and that will go a long way to booking their place in the final. Mr. X does secure the final podium position for the Formula Italian team.
Quinney! Sorry, Craig! Quinney closing in on Talimar! Talimar's tried everything he could, but...
Quinney picked up a damaged front wing there as well on the left-hand side. So a nice little battle at the end of the race between Quinney and Talimar.
Yeah, I thought Quinney had the opportunity there, but Talimar stopped him from doing that. But that was just intense moments, and for me, just be the last person to close in on this Baku Grand Prix race now.
Yeah, and San Marino will bring it home for the Formula Italian team in 10th position. So we will wait for your votes to be accumulated, and we will be announcing the winner of the driver of the day. But as the top 3 drivers begin to come out from the cooling down room onto the podium, with Una Palatin taking the top step for the Sauber. So the final classifications from tonight's race. Una Palatin will take the race win after starting 5th on the grid, with Salvatore taking 2nd. Mr X will take the final podium spot, with Angel Messi unable to fight and defend that final podium, and finishes in 4th. Matouf, that one-stop strategy, being at the back of the grid at the start of the race, gets himself up to 5th. Simugate takes 6th, and 7th is Hiroshi after that late battle with Talimat, who finishes 8th. Quinney will take 9th, with Flaminio taking 10th, and we did have 2 retirements in tonight's race as well, Malk.
Definitely. And first time I've seen with no penalties before, but I'll let you carry on, Craig, sorry.
No, so certainly a good strategic call from Mr X and Una Palatin, who both started 7th and 5th on the grid. So absolutely great strategic call from both drivers, as Salvatore also gained 2 positions in the race as well. So we will just wait for the results from the driver of the day to come in, and we will be announcing them shortly.
Okay guys, I am inviting the first 3 drivers of the race.
So we will be waiting for the top 3 drivers to join us for the podium interviews. We will be joined by Una Palatin. So we will be joined by Una Palatin, the race winner, followed by Salvatore, who finished in 2nd. Mr X finished on 3rd, and also we will be joined by Flaminio.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening, and
Hi, welcome.
It looked as if that was quite a tricky race for yourself and also the Italian team. Could you take us through how that race developed for yourself, Luca?
Sorry, I don't understand because I was playing with my headphones, so can you repeat the question? Then we'll talk with the first 3.
Yep, so we'll start off with tonight's race winner, Una Palatin, who started on 5th on the grid at qualifying.
Yeah.
It looked as if you went with a different strategy compared to everyone else, going on a double super soft tyre strategy, opting for the soft at the end of the race. Did you always intend to go with that strategy, or did you wait to see how the race developed and then just went as the race developed?
No. Unfortunately I've made a mistake at the half of the race after I have made my first pit stop, going on a new set of soft tires. Then I decided to play something different, go again on a soft tires, but then I know that my race was almost completely compromised, so I was just driving to go till the end. But then I do believe it's time to talk with the first 3 drivers. We will talk later.
Okay. So my first question is to Una Palatin, tonight's race winner. It looked as if you had opted for a different tyre strategy from the other drivers, going on a double super soft strategy and then going on the softs at the end. Was that always your intention, or was that just reacting to drivers round about you?
Allora, Navo praticamente ti chiede una bella vittoria, una gara meritata, bravissimo, perché sei andato perché hai scelto insomma questa strategia a due pit stop super soft, se non mi ricordo male.
Sì. Allora, so hi to everyone, and yes, the race was very hard, but I resisted from all the drivers, and I decided to do 2 super soft at the start and the soft at the end, because I seen that my wear on super soft was very low, so I I think that I can go more long than the other drivers with this tire. So I have done 2 runs with the super soft with 18 laps at the first and 21 laps to the second super soft. And I see the pace was very good. I was always on the 44.5, 44.3, and I managed the gap between me and the second. So at the soft at the second pit stop with soft, I tried to overtake the other 2 guys, but with safely because I know that my soft was more performance than there. And I got this, so when I was first, I managed all the remaining lap, and I take the win.
It looked as if, I mean, it was clear that you were on fresher tyres to the front 2 drivers after your second pit stop. Was it your intention to attack very early, or were you going to wait to the end of the race to maximise your fresher tyres? What approach were you taking when you initially came out the pit stop?
No, I decided to attack early because I know that my soft was new and I can push at the 100%. If I have attack at the end of the race, my tire was less. Non mi viene la parola. Yes, it was less competitive, so I decided to overtake before I can, and in 3-4 laps I overtake the all 2 guys. But I try to manage and go safely as I can.
Okay. It looked as if about the midway point you were approaching your teammate Salvatore. You managed to overtake going into turn 1 under DRS conditions. Did you have an agreement with your teammates that you were allowed to fight but not too aggressively, or was there team orders in place? So were you free to race, or was it under the assumption that if it was a safe overtake, it was allowed?
Parla
I
con te,
don't.
Totti.
What I'm asking is, prior to tonight's race, did yourself and your teammates from the Formula Nation have an agreement with yourselves that you would either be allowed to race, or did you approach a more conservative or
Okay.
safe approach?
Do you understand now?
Dice a me o dice a Salvatore?
You were
Salvatore.
asking to Salvatore?
I'm asking Una Platin, still with our race weather tonight.
Ok,
Ah,
allora
ok, quindi
dimmelo tu.
sembra una Pulitan. To
Yes,
una Pulitan is the question, ok. L'hai capita la domanda?
No, non ho sentito.
Ok, I'll translate it. No,
Okay.
ha chiesto praticamente se c'era mi pare che all'inizio gara forse siete stati più vicini, in ogni caso se c'era un accordo, insomma, diciamo a priori di non belligeranza oppure avreste fatto gara libera a patto, insomma, di sorpassarvi tranquillamente.
No, we had a free race, but we know that we can't crash. So at the first 10 laps, the pace of Salvatore was better than mine. But his wear of tires was higher than mine, so he decided to slow the pace, and I overtake him.
Okay, thank you very much, and congratulations again on tonight's
Thank
race
you.
win. So we move on to second place driver Salvatore. Congratulations on second place. That certainly looked like a very hard fought second place position for yourself tonight. But early on in the race, it looked as if yourself and your teammate Una Palatin was holding on to a 1-2 at the moment, and it was a very strong position for the Formula Nation team. At that point in your race, were you talking with each other just to hold position and just defend against the competitors behind? Was there any point you implemented a strategy at that point?
Yeah, I mean, we were in 1-2, so like we were just thinking about like keeping it calm, don't like mess around. So we were just P1 and P2 like going calmly to the end. Unfortunately, I made an error and it turned 4, and I think 3 cars passed me. So I just like slowly kept up the pace, and returned to the box, put some super soft on, and try to like catch up with anyone else. I managed to overtake everyone. So yeah, it was a really good race, really tiring. I'm like sweating and everything. Is 100% in Baku is like really difficult. So yeah, I'm really happy for the team. Me and Napolitan did a really good job. Emma had a bit of Palema had a bit of problems, but he really did a good job too, and really happy for the team. And yeah, that's it.
You mentioned that you had made a mistake during the
Yeah.
race and lost 3 positions.
Yeah.
And with it being a 100% race in a street circuit, was there any
What, sorry?
point that you, it looks like with it being a 100% race, almost endurance level, in a very challenging circuit that is a street circuit, was there any times where you had to almost remotivate yourself to maintain that alertness, or did you struggle with mental fatigue during the race at any point?
I mean, I'm kind of used to doing 100%. I did 2 championship with 100% races, but like the last 100% race I did, it was like a couple of months ago. So you have to like keep the mind going, keep it like going. Otherwise, you're just gonna like slowly go down, lose completely the mentality to race. And yeah, sometimes you got some like small periods of the race. It's such a long race, so you got like 5, 10 laps. So you're really going slowly. Then you have to like remotivate yourself, keep pushing, and yeah, sometimes you have those like bad times, but it happens in such long races.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Salvatore, and congratulations on finishing
Thank you
second,
very much.
which also contributes to a strong position for Formula Nation in Group A.
Thanks.
So we move on to third place driver Mr. X from the Formula Italian team. You, out of the top 3 drivers, you made up the most positions, gaining 4 positions in the race. But it also looked like you had a difficult position of being surrounded by your teammates, Hiroshi and Flaminio. After qualifying, when you found each other very close together on track, were you discussing about how to approach the race and also to maximise the points during tonight's race?
Traduco, né?
Yes.
Ok, vabbè, praticamente in sostanza ha chiesto intanto se nel momento in cui dopo la qualifica ci siamo ritrovati sostanzialmente tutti vicini in gara, insomma, ci siamo dati già in quel momento una regolata su come approcciare la gara, quindi intanto puoi rispondere a questo. Sì.
Ok. No, abbiamo visto che eravamo vicini, abbiamo fatto una sorta di accordo per i primi giri di rimanere nelle posizioni, stare attenti, accorti e sfruttare la scia l'un con l'altro per andare più avanti possibile.
Okay, so at the beginning of the race, when we were really close to each other, we decided to just to look around and see how things were going, to know how to act laps to come for the rest of the race. And then we also try to use the DRS to each other, trying to go as fast as we can and defend ourselves from possible attacks from the drivers behind on the main straight. So it was a in the first laps we just decided to control the situation.
Okay. It looked as if you had a very late battle to secure P3 against Angel Messi for the final podium spot. Was there any point in the final laps where you felt, yeah, I've got this final podium spot? Or was it just a matter of keep pushing to see what would happen?
Ok, ti chiede invece com'è andata qua la domanda è un po' tra virgolette a trabocchetto, perché ti chiede com'è andata la battaglia con Andy e lui veramente, ovviamente probabilmente non vedeva dalla diretta. Comunque ha detto se negli ultimi giri hai avuto diciamo la sensazione che ormai ce l'avevi in pugno e che avresti avuto modo di superarlo, oppure se c'è stato bisogno davvero di spingere tanto proprio fino alla fine, o se avevi insomma la cognizione che prima o poi sarebbe andato in porto, insomma ce la potevi fare.
Allora, il problema con Andy è che eravamo desincronizzati sin dalla qualifica. Avevo avuto un sentore all'inizio, poi appena partiti ho avuto la conferma. E il problema era quindi che io non lo vedevo in pista, non sapevo dov'era e dovevo affidarmi a quello che mi diceva l'ingegnere sul distacco che avevo da Andy, e ho spinto praticamente dal primo all'ultimo metro dell'ultimo giro per riuscire a stare davanti.
Okay, so the main problem was then since the beginning of the qualifying, Mr. X and Andy were desynchronized to each other. So Mr. X doesn't know for all the duration of the race where Andy was on the track. So the only information he received about the gap that there was between him and Andy was where the information that our race engineer gave it to us during the race. So we had to push from the first lap until the end to make sure to finish the race ahead of Andy.
Well, thank you very much, and congratulations again on P3, Mr. X.
Thanks.
We would just like to invite each top three driver to possibly address their own fans, their own team, in their native language. So, Una Palatin, I'm wondering if you have anything to say, or would anything you share to your Formula Nation teammates and those that may be viewing who are actually fans of your racing site.
Luca, aiutami.
No, ha semplicemente chiesto insomma se avevi anche qualcosa da dire ai fan del Nation, insomma anche in italiano volendo, diciamo questa è la parte dove ci liberiamo un secondo e parliamo in lingua originale nostra.
Faccio in tutti e due, diciamo. Allora, no, dai, sono contento di questa gara, è stata molto dura, però l'obiettivo era passare. Siamo passati e quindi adesso il prossimo obiettivo sarà, non dico vincere, sarebbe il massimo, però bisogna vedere, gestire un po' la finale e sperare di arrivare almeno nei primi tre, diciamo. What I can say, it's a dart race, but the objective was to pass the semifinals, and now is to catch maybe the win of the finals. But the first object was to get the third position on the finals. So let's see what we will do in the finals.
Well, thank you very much. I'd like to wish you all the best of luck in the final. If you manage to get a place for that. Salvatore, I'm wondering if you would like to address
Yeah,
your own team.
yeah, sure. First
And
of all, I wanna just say your pronunciation of my name is really good. Like, I just want to say congratulations because a
oh,
lot of
thank you.
people get it wrong. So
Oh,
thank you.
I just saw
Um,
Salvatore and Naz.
Oh,
Non posso dire lo stesso io.
you can't help it. Can't help it.
Magnifico.
okay, so yeah, I want to quote a big guy and saying we got the best fans out here. So thank you to everyone that is following the race and supporting F1 Nation.
Hamilton proprio.
So yeah,
In
sì,
italiano,
Marco.
grazie.
Non lo sa nessuno. Calmino. Yeah, I had a big avevo a problem with my recording, so I'm probably gonna have some penalties about my photo lap, but like, who cares? It's been a fun race. We're probably gonna pass the semifinals anyway, so it's a shame because P2 is always like a bad thing to throw away. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I tried to recover the lap, but it was a good lap. I didn't like do anything wrong. It wasn't even my best lap. But yeah, it's a shame to throw away P2, but that's how it works. I don't like it, but that's how it works. So coming back to all the fans, I just want to say grazie ragazzi per esserci qua con noi, tutti i fan di F1 Nation. E niente, ci vediamo alla finale. E speriamo di non fare delle brutte figure almeno e ci vediamo alle finali.
Thank you very much,
Okay.
Salvatore, and thank you for taking the time to join us tonight for the podium interviews. And finally, Mr. X, is there anything that you would like to say to the Formula Italian team, the Formula Italian fans, and those that might be watching and supporting both yourself and your other teammates?
Ernesto, sono tutti tuoi per parlare in italiano.
Yes. Ringrazio tutti i bidoni del FIT, il Formula Italian Team,
Che bello l'italiano.
e spero soprattutto che non mi facciano ricorrere per le finali. E... C'è gente molto molto più forte di me che deve gareggiare. E, no, abbiamo dimostrato di non essere così pippe come ci si aspettava.
Dai, Aine
Oh.
ci sta in mazza e per un motivo. Cioè.
Vabbè, complimenti
Okay,
sia
we
a
got it.
Napo che a Salvatore.
Grazie.
Well, thank you
Okay.
to the top three drivers. Congratulations again. We
Yeah,
certainly wish you
congratulations,
all
guys.
we certainly wish you all
Thanks.
the best of success in the races ahead. So we've just got the results for the driver of the day with 45% of the votes. Una Palatin has actually won the driver of the day. So congratulations to yourself for the race win and the driver of the day. Mr. X secures 25% of the votes, comes second with Gaetan taking 15% and finishing third. So that draws tonight's Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the final semi-final race of Group A, and we want to thank everyone who joined us this evening for the race. Luca, I'm wondering if you want to close out tonight's live stream with any comments that you may have after tonight's race.
No, I think that there's nothing more to say. I was just here to help the Italian guys with the post-race interviews. So this,
Luca,
that was
remember
my
driver of the day.
yeah. Anyway,
think so?
that was my first international race since 2015 maybe.
Sochi.
It was
2 years
Sochi in
ago.
SF1
Yeah.
with Mundo GT.
Yeah.
So it was a long way before I had the opportunity to race with against some other international PS4 communities. Anyway, I do believe that I can I can leave the final comments to you, and then we can close the broadcast. I have nothing more to say.
Okay, thank you, Luca. Just
You're
want to
welcome.
close with thanking everyone for tonight's participation in the race. Also, thank you to the supporting staff for tonight's stream and broadcast. And just thank you also to Mark joining me in the commentary
No worries,
booth.
Craig.
The commentary booth tonight. It's been a long race. It's been a long race.
Oh,
So thank you to everyone who took the time to vote for your driver of the day, leaving comments on tonight's broadcast, and we certainly hope that you join us again for the next race. So a big thank you and a good evening to everyone, and we shall see you next time.
yeah.
Thank you all.
Cheers,
Thanks for all
Che-
fans with the driver of the day.
Cheers, guys. Nice one.